Hello, grade 5 learners. Welcome to a geography lesson. Today we are learning why climate, weather, and vegetations are interconnected. These three physical geography concepts work together like a system. Weather affects plants every day, climate shapes what plants can grow in a region over many years. Vegetation can even influence the climate by adding moisture to the air, providing shade, and protecting the soil. To truly understand South Africa's landscape, we must study all the three together. Weather is a short term condition of the atmosphere, meaning today's rain, wind, sunshine, or temperature. Climate is a long term pattern of weather in a place, recorded over at least 30 years. Vegetation refers to natural plant life that grows in an area, shaped by climate and soil. In other words, we do try to say that climate sets the boundaries of what vegetation can survive. Then the weather affects plants' growth day by day. Vegetation helps influence local climate through cooling, shading, and keeping moisture in the air and soil. Now, let's look at the South African case studies. We have the fynbos biome in Western Cape. Fynbos grows in a Mediterranean climate with cool, wet winters and dry summers. This climate allows proteas, restios, and ericas to survive because they're adapted to dry summers and depend on winter rainfall. Weather events like seasonal fires help certain fynbos plants release seeds. This climate allows proteas, restios, and ericas to survive because they're adapted to dry summers and depend on winter rainfall. Weather events like seasonal fires help certain fynbos plants release seeds. This region shows a strong interdependence. Climate shapes the plant, weather events influence regeneration, and dense vegetation help store moisture in the ecosystem. We have savanna in Limpopo and Mpumalanga. Savanna biome experiences hot temperatures and summer rainfall. Grasses, marula trees, and acacia trees thrive because they can handle intense heat and store water during dry periods. Weather events like droughts, thunderstorms, and late rains directly impact food supply for wildlife and plant growth. The vegetation in this biome influences climate by cooling the ground, adding moisture to the air, and reducing soil erosion. The Karoo has a semi-desert climate with very little rainfall, hot daytime temperatures, and cold nights. The vegetation is made up of hardy shrubs and succulents with thick leaves that store water. Vegetation is sparse, less moisture is released into the air, which keeps the climate dry. The Drakensberg Mountain have a cooler, wetter mountain climate. There's high rainfall and mist support, grasslands and indigenous forest on the slopes. Weather events like snowfall and heavy mist add moisture that plants depend on. Vegetation protects the soil, prevents soil erosion, and helps regulate temperature in the valleys. Then the KZN coast. The KwaZulu-Natal coast has a warm, humid subtropical climate with rainfall throughout the year. This climate supports mangroves, coastal forest, and lush evergreen vegetation. The coastal vegetation helps protect coastline areas and stabilizes temperatures. In conclusion, across South Africa, climate, weather, and vegetation form a connected system. Climate shapes what plants can grow, weather affects plants' growth daily. Vegetation helps influence the local climate. We cannot study any of them alone. They work together to create the environments we live in.